Hello everyone, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, has landed a major victory in the United States as part of his ongoing push to demonstrate Bola Tinubu's ineligibility to be Nigerian's president, People's Gazette reports. A federal court in Chicago ruled on Tuesday night that Chicago State University, CSU, must turn over all records relating to Mr. Tinubu to Mr. Abubakar within 2 days, saying the former vice president has been able to sufficiently satisfy the purpose for seeking the records according to the ruling seen by People's Gazette. Judge Jeffrey Klebert also ordered a disposition of designated Chicago State University officials within 2 days after the record has been released, noting further that the process can be conducted during the weekend if necessary. For all the reasons discussed above, Atiku Abubakar's application pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1782 for an order directing discovering from Chicago State University for use in a foreign proceeding, FECF number 1, all in brackets, is granted, Mr. Glibert wrote. Respondents, the Chicago State University should produce all relevant and non-privileged documents in response to requests for production numbers 1 through 4 as narrowed by the court in applicant's subpoena within 2 days of the entry of this memorandum, opinion and order. The position of respondents' corporate designee shall proceed within 2 days of the production of documents. The parties can modify the date set by the courts by mutual agreement given the tight time frame under which the parties are operating. The deposition can, if necessary, occur on a non-weekend day, the court added. The order comes hours after Mr. Atiku Abubakar filed his appeal to the Supreme Court following the September 6 judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal that upheld Mr. Tinubu's victory. Mr. Abubakar had on August 2nd filed an application for the court to order the Chicago State University to produce documents relating to Mr. Tinubu as well as leave to get the school's administration to authenticate any documents submitted under oath. Mr. Abubakar said the document would be used as part of his ongoing challenge against Mr. Tinubu's election earlier this year. The candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party said Mr. Tinubu should not have been allowed to run for president because he had submitted a forged document under the oath in violation of the Nigerian Constitution. Section 137(1)(g) in brackets of the Nigerian Constitution amended in 2010 specifically stated that no one would be legitimately elected president of Nigeria if the person has presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. On June 17, 2022, Mr. Tinubu submitted a certificate to INEC that was purportedly issued in 1979 and signed by Elilora Daniel, but Miss Danella only arrived at Chicago State University in 1998 from Hoptomb University 19 years after Mr. Tinubu was said to have graduated. She left the school in 2008 following a financial mismanagement scandal of 14 years before June 2022, when the Chicago State University issued yet a fresh certificate in Mr. Tinubu's name under the subpoena from a Nigerian lawyer who had inquired about Mr. Tinubu's education there. The irregularities prompted Mr. Atiku to file the suit to compel the Chicago State University to produce records relating to Mr. Tinubu and make its top officials available for disposition to clarify the proceed records, according to the Nigerian opposition leader's lawyer. During the hearing on the matter on September 12, the Chicago State University lawyer Michael Hayes said the school could not authenticate Mr. Tinubu's certificates if asked under oath, although he said Mr. Tinubu attended his school and graduated in 1979. Mr. Tinubu's lawyers, led by Christopher, argued that the court should not grant Mr. Atiku's application because it was a frivolous expedition aimed at soiling the Nigerian president's image. Mr. Tinubu's lawyer also argued the Nigerian Supreme Court will not accept the fresh evidence that will not produce that was not produced during the tribunal proceedings. But Mr. Atiku's team, led by Angela Louie, had argued that the Supreme Court would accommodate the fresh facts under unique circumstances, especially as they were not available to the Court of Appeal, which is the court of first instance in a presidential election dispute. But Judge Klebert said courts across the USA have traditionally taken a broad and liberal view in granting applications under Section 1782, a statute that allows the release of documents and evidence domiciled in the US to be obtained and used in a foreign proceedings. So guys, let's hear from you. What's your take? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you.